Hello, my Food Moon friends. Welcome. Chandra's and Odyssey. I'm going to dive into an old topic, my 14-day food reset that's totally free, and I really recommend trying it out if you're looking to improve your health. It's really useful. Before I do that, before I dive into that topic, I'm going to share just a little bit about me and actually what's going on with my spring cleanse. I decided to stop taking the push catch liver formula. I didn't feel like the ethanol inside. I often find like I have when liquids, when supplements are alcohol based, they don't sit well in me. I notice that it's really hard to swallow. Like I get this kind of like my body saying no. And so I did it for 3 weeks and then I just felt like it was enough. I am continuing my liver spring food reset because I just really want to. I feel really good. My energy levels are up. I'm just really enjoying it. So I'm gonna do it for like another month. And basically what I'm doing is the 14-day food reset.
Welcome! Here is your hostess and coach, Chandra Zas, helping people make food and mood changes doable without missing out. Go ahead, high five that like button, subscribe and share while you're there.
That is free. I want you, like if you're interested in checking it out and trying it, go to my website and under resources, you'll see 14-day free reset, 14-day food reset, free course. And then you'll get it's 17 emails. So every day you get like -3, it starts with like how to shop and cook and prepare. And then it's 14 days of actually doing it. There's a ton of awesome info in there. I did it 2 years ago and I created it and I also did it for the first time. And I was really surprised that I actually really felt a difference. At the time we were eating very clean. The only processed foods that we were having, because the whole idea of the 14-day food reset is cut out all processed foods. And I define that in the video and I talk about what that is and why, and I do a lot of food re-education. But the basics that it basically is like no processed foods. Like olive oil in a bottle is fine, salt's okay, but like anything that has multiple ingredients, that's kind of like where I draw the line. And so for us, we were using a mayonnaise that was organic and avocado oil, but it still had multiple ingredients. Chocolate, we were buying chocolate from the store, kombucha, and oat milk. We really loved the Oatly oat milk. So these are the 4 things that we cut out. And I really didn't expect to feel a difference. And I actually really did feel a difference. And so we have actually maintained that. I have perfected, since that time, we've been working on a mayonnaise recipe that every time we share the mayonnaise with our friends, when we eat with them, they're always asking us for the recipe. It's really good. I actually just recorded a new video showing exactly how to do it because, we're making mayonnaise every week. It's one of our favorite foods. I make homemade chocolate. That recipe is also on my blog. It tastes so much better and it's really nice. And kombucha, we just decided to cut out. We'll have it occasionally for a party or something. Once a month we'll have a kombucha, but we don't keep kombucha in our fridge anymore. And then the Oatly oat milk, actually I'm having a warm beverage now with cashew butter. So I also have this recipe on my blog, and it's basically the best thing I've found for an alternative to alternative milks, because for one, it comes in packaging. 2, there's like stabilizers. There's one oat milk out there that has like 3 or 4 ingredients, which is pretty good, but it doesn't taste very good. So I find that buying raw cashew butter, we buy it in bulk from, I think it's Artisana is the brand on Amazon, and you put a little spoonful of cashew butter in a blender with your hot drink, and it's the best tasting, best, least ingredients, least processed, and yeah, I really enjoy it. I really enjoy it. The recipe is also on my blog.
Hello, my friend. How are you? I'm in the Dead Sea, floating in the water. Go ahead and like and share and follow so we can keep in touch.
You also can go to my blog, zenodyssey.com. You'll see the resources, which is where you'll find the 14-day food reset. And then you'll also find media, and under media, you'll find my blog and my recipes, where you can find all these recipes. They're all food reset friendly. Like that's how we eat, it's how we live. We really it's a really big difference to not have processed foods. I was just at a party yesterday talking about how our medical system is set up and how the food regulations and like what's allowed to be sold in the US as food is not what's allowed to be sold in the rest of the world, and how there's a big confusion of what is healthy and how companies can label foods as healthy, and they're not. My father-in-law has some sugar stuff, and he was like trying to be good and eat these like, you know, low sugar foods, and we like looked at the ingredients, and there's just basically renamed sugar in it. So frustrating and so true. And yeah, so a really big part of like reclaiming our health is actually understanding what is healthy. And that's like one of the big things that my clients come to me with is like confused, or even people I talk to. I love talking about food. I talk about food all the time. But like, what is actually healthy? And so my 14-day food reset is a really good baseline to kind of like re-educate your brain around like what is actually food and what is like allowed to be packaged as healthy food, and really making that, I draw the line pretty strong. And I was a little bit shy about it a couple years ago, but I live by it. And my clients, they're like shocked, like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how good I feel. And it's like, it's simple. It really is simple. Like, eat nourishing foods and reduce the toxins, which is, it comes in a lot of additives and sprays and all the stuff that's added onto our food. That it's like, there's a metaphor I like to use that Dr. Sharma and I use, where you have like a bathtub. We all have a bathtub inside of our body. And like, if our bathtub is like relatively low, we're in a good place. But when our bathtub gets full of toxins, then we start to have all these symptoms flare. And so the idea is that we can't eliminate toxins out of our life. It's impossible, but we can reduce them. And so that's the whole idea, is like reducing toxins so our bathtub is not overflowing. So the food piece is like the first massive big step, is like changing our relationship to food and really thinking about, how do I want to feel? What is actually nourishing my body? And then here's the other component. And this is like the really interesting piece I've thought a lot about, because my 14-day food reset has not been very successful. I will totally be honest with you, because what I do with my clients before we do the food reset, for often like at least 2 months, sometimes even longer, 3 months, is we work on the emotional component. We work on why we are overeating, or why we are eating comfort foods, or why we are snacking, or why we are choosing childhood treats. Like, why are we choosing and eating the foods that we're eating? And like, there's so much emotional work. There's so much stress work. There's how to actually deal with our negative emotions, which is why a lot of us eat. And then there's also this process of like learning how to listen to our body. That's not the dopamine part of our brain that's craving more and more and more sugar, like our inner toddler. We all have this part of us. Not the microbiome that's imbalanced and just wants more sugar so that the unfriendly of our microbiome can eat. But really learning how to listen to the part of our body that's in our core, that's in our pelvis, that's in our gut, that says, yes, this is nourishing food. And this is what I like to call the happy food dance. It's like something that I've just laughed at myself around, because I just have the happy food dance when I eat. Oftentimes it's a salad. I eat a salad like almost every single day. And my body is just like, yes, like this is nourishment. This is what I need. So learning how to listen to those different parts of our body, and really learning how to have this internal management system of our emotions, which has to do with our mind, how our brain is thinking, oftentimes unconsciously, and then what is in the beginning, it's an unconscious response or reaction to our emotions, which is like generally push it away, suppress it, push it down, which then just leads to more attention, which then leads to more desire to eat comfort foods to quell that discomfort. So learning how to actually be in relationship internally with ourselves, with our mind and our emotions, doing this work first makes the food reset really easy. In my program, I do a 30-day food reset for my clients, and they all find it very easy. The 14-day food reset that's free on my website, it's not so easy because we haven't done the emotional mental work. We haven't done the relationship with food. And so it's harder. It's much, much harder. There requires like some willpower and like a strong decision and just following through and sticking to it, which is not the way I like to help my clients with their food changes. It is possible. Like for me, when I was 15, my friend dared me to be vegan. This is where this food reset came from. My friend dared me to be vegan. She had animal rights, like philosophies. And she's like, I bet you can't go 14 days without animal products. And I lived in this small town, South Yosemite in the Sierra foothills. And this was in 1998. And there was no vegan food. There was So there was nothing alternative. So I just ate fruits and vegetables. Actually, they weren't even organic because there wasn't even organic in my town at that time. And I ate fruits and vegetables. And on day 10, I remember waking up in my parents' house in my bedroom and just being like, oh my gosh, what just happened? I don't have a headache. I don't feel bloated. I feel less inflamed. And I actually felt like I could see colors for the first time. And for me, it was such a drastic experience. And I was like, whatever this is, I want more of this. And that's really where my massive hook came in with my food changes and just really feeling the difference in my own body of what changing my food could do for my health, my quality of life. And so it is possible that you can do this food reset, look at the videos, learn about exactly what it means and do it, and then just have such a powerful experience that you're hooked, that you're like, okay, whatever this is, I want to continue this. So it's possible, but you have to just know that you don't have the emotional component, which is really, really important. After that, when I was 15, I did lots of food roller coasters. And it wasn't until I really brought in the relationship piece with myself, with my food, with my emotions, with my mind, that it became a much different journey. But it's a journey. It's a journey. That's what it is. So go check it out. I'm continuing. We pretty much live on it. We occasionally, I actually really want to do a video of my fridge. I'm very, very proud of the foods that we have in our house. It's really all whole. We have occasionally we have a brown rice pasta that has a couple ingredients. We have corn tortillas that have a couple ingredients, but there's a couple exceptions. And we have, I love the siete chips. They have avocado oil, salt, and cassava. So there's a few items that we do eat and they're treats, but 99% of what we eat is what's in this food reset. It's non-processed or let's say processed. It's some of the foods we eat are low processed because olive oil is processed, but we don't eat all of the highly processed stuff. And making that shift is just ginormous for everybody, kids, adults, people who have symptoms, people who are just wanting their brain to be more clear. My CEOs, who are some of my favorite clients, my business owners and CEOs, they're coming to me wanting more brain performance. And it's the same food reset. It's cut out the processed food and watch how much better your brain performs, because when our gut is being fed nourishing food and our microbes are happy and things are in balance and eliminating and doing all the things, then our brain is able to be more focused, more productive. So it's it really is for everybody, is this food reset. And it's powerful. So it's never too late. And even if you're not listening to this video right now in the spring of 2023, you can do this any time of year. So it's a great way to live, honestly. The thing that I like to do differently is in springtime, there's a natural detox. And there's also the vegetables like radishes and different foods that help the liver kind of push things out. And salads and bitter salads, these are all the really good liver support. So eat salads if it's springtime. If it's winter time, just make it warm and make soups and do the same ingredients, but just do it with the season so that your body is nourished and balanced. I have a big Ayurvedic background, and so it's a lot about balancing and being in tune with the seasons and where your body's at and where your dosha's at, and there's a big component of that matters. So this food reset is for any time of year, especially good in the spring, especially good with salads, eating lighter. It's a great time to just shed and let go. And let me know if you have any questions. I love this work. I put in actually quite a bit of time to bring this course back from the dead. You can also find this course. You can find it on my website under resources, 14-day food reset, free course. And you can also find it on my app. I have an app, Zen Odyssey, where I also have quite a bit of free content. And you can also do the 14-day food reset on my app, which I think is also really cool. And in the emails, you will also have access to the entire YouTube playlist. So when you sign up for the course, you'll get an email with a video, and then you will also have a link to the YouTube playlist. So you can skip around and consume all the content and kind of go all in. I like to be able to, sometimes I start from the end. So, all right, this was a long video, and thank you so much for your time and attention. And how are you eating? How are you feeling? Food and mood. And I'm obviously having a really fun day today. Yeah, I feel good. Okay, thank you. Bye.